Morning and welcome back at 7:31. I'm Maddie Kurth. Let's get you over to meteorologist Hannah Gard for a check of that Weather Authority forecast, because if you've got some plans outside, you might be dodging some bullets, certainly if you were in North Carolina.
Yeah, they're seeing Tropical Storm Chantal just made landfall this morning. It had 60-mile-per-hour sustained winds, then it went down to 50. Now we're at 40-mile-per-hour sustained winds as of the latest advisory at 7 o'clock. It's moving pretty far inland now. We are seeing some heavy rain, though, on the northern side of this storm. It's already dropped a swath of heavy rain on the eastern side of that center line over Myrtle Beach, seeing over 5 inches just to the north of Myrtle Beach. We also saw a pretty big swath right there near Wilmington. So flooding concerns, of course, along with those tropical storm conditions. It is going to weaken, though, as it continues inland by this afternoon. Tropical depression and then a post-tropical low by the early parts of the week as it moves farther up toward Virginia and up the East Coast. So might see some coastal impacts farther up to the north and east as this continues on its path, but it will no longer be tropical. Our next name on the list is Dexter. That would be the 4th named storm of the season, but right now we have nothing that we're watching other than Chantal out there. We have a lot of Saharan dust, though. There's a big plume over here in the Caribbean. We have a huge plume that's helping to keep those waves from coming off the coast of Africa. Typically, we don't really see that fire up until we get closer to August. But the dust helps to keep the tropical development low. We even have a little bit of Saharan dust right now in the atmosphere, so you might notice a little bit of a haze today. And then this plume will get to us by the end of the week. But we don't mind the dust too much because it keeps the tropics on the quieter side. Just something to think about for asthma and allergy sufferers throughout this week. Giving you the first alert for a summer pattern of heat and storms returning this week. We were very dry yesterday. We got very hot. We were well above normal with the temperatures. The rain will help to back the temperatures off, but we got to watch for lightning, gusty winds, and heavy flooding rain. We're already seeing some coastal showers and storms out there this morning. We will have more storm activity popping up after about lunchtime, so make sure you're checking the radar before you head out. And again, if you hear thunder, head inside if you have those outdoor plans. Tomorrow, we will also see those storms popping up in the afternoon. Tuesday looks a little bit drier. We're going to have high pressure building over us in the upper levels of the atmosphere, which will keep the rain chances down slightly. Still seeing some little scattered showers and a storm or two, but the coverage will be on the lower side. So we'll back off from 40% to 20 Tuesday and Wednesday. Then we go back to 40, which is our normal summertime coverage Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, where not everyone's getting a storm, but you do have to pay attention to the radar. The reason we're seeing an uptick in storm chances today and tomorrow is this upper level low that's moving past us to the south. It moves off west of us and we see high pressure building in through the middle parts of the week, and that's why we get a little bit hotter and our rain chances go down. But the low is still here, and it will try to shift back to the east late week into next weekend, and that could increase those rain chances again. So we go from 94 today to 92 Monday, Tuesday, and then as the high pressure builds a little bit more, Wednesday, Thursday, we're back to 94. But this isn't a huge change temperature-wise. We're above normal regardless. 91 is our average for the time of year. Looking out from our tower camera, you can see that haze, probably remnant fireworks smoke mixed in with a little bit of that Saharan dust. Feels like 85 with an 80-degree temperature at New Orleans International. We're seeing 70s elsewhere. The dew points are actually not too bad. Lows to mid 70s, which is not as high as we could be in the upper 70s. So I think that'll keep the heat index pretty moderate through today. We might get to the low triple digits briefly before those storms pop up and help us with the heat. Very summer-like forecast here on the 7-day, tracking the heat and those storms. So making sure you have ways to get cool and packing the umbrella.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of people are probably traveling today, holiday weekend. So if you know anybody flying in or if you're trying to fly out and get home, always have that radar. You'll get a little heads up on if you get a delay.
Yeah, it's good to check because sometimes those little storms can pop up in the wrong place and they can be strong.
But hey, you might get a couple extra hours here with us in New Orleans before you head home.
Yep, it's good to check, but hopefully everything will be running on time.
All right, thanks, Hannah.